Welcome. In today's video, we are taking a look at a flashlight. Been a while since I reviewed a flashlight on this channel, and this particular flashlight is sent to me by, BRINYTE. Fantastic company from the looks of this flashlight here. I've been trying it out for a little bit. I'm really happy with it. This is the PT16A 3000 Tactical Flashlight. And it comes with a bunch of little stuff here. We'll just set that off to the side for the moment. But here is the flashlight. Now, before I turn anything on, viewer beware, there could be a possible epilepsy. Here, you know, this thing can do strobe. I'm going to be turning it on and off throughout the video, so epilepsy warning. If you're susceptible to epilepsy, I recommend that you don't watch the video. If you want to play the video, just play it in the background, don't look at it. But be warned, flashing lights, strobe, all that stuff. So this is a big flashlight, a little too big for EDC, but it does fit down in my pocket. I wear looser pants. This does work, but it does come with this nice sheath, and I'll get into that in a moment. When I got it out of the box, it had this little tactical ring right here on the handle, which to me kind of got in the way a little bit, so I unscrewed the tail cap, which you can do, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Unscrewed that and left it as this, and this sucker is bright. This thing, the camera may not show it too well, but that 3000 lumens is hard to look close to. I've got to look away when I have this light on. This sucker is bright. Up to this point, my brightest flashlight that I have is the Olight S2R Baton 2, coming in at 1200 lumens. Very usable flashlight. I love this thing. I've had it for years now. This thing is wonderful. But it was 1200 lumens. This is 3000. Like, here is, we'll turn this both on turbo. Like, you can see there is a bit of a difference. I don't know how it's coming out on the table here, but like, man, whew, bright. Now, what I will say that I don't like about the flashlight is I feel they're making it too complicated to work, to operate. Here we have some instructions. You can pause the video here and take a look at that. And you can look at this. Pause it and look at this if you want. Okay. This is I am enjoying this flashlight. There is like 95% enjoyment, 5% with the flashlight. So this is a very worthwhile flashlight. We have tungsten steel glass breaker tips on each of the little bits of the bezel here. Great little tactical puncher bit. The button is, the side switch here is really nice. You can go through the modes with that. You can turn the flashlight on here and go through the modes with the smaller button. That's pretty cool. And then you can like lock whichever one does what, but I'm a tilt switch person. I like the tilt switch. The pocket clip is nice. I love the pocket clip. And you can put this in your pocket, like I said, but it's a little big for pocket carry. This is USB-C rechargeable. Right here you can see the little charger port. Water resistant up to a good bit. I forget the exact numbers here. You can look it up. They sell these on Amazon or their website, and they would probably prefer that you buy it off of Amazon at the moment. They reached out to me asking if I wanted to review this. I said sure, and they sent it out. Here it is. I'm testing it. I'm reviewing it, and thank you so much. If I didn't say it at the start of the video, thank you to the BRINYTE crew for hooking me up with this flashlight. This thing is wonderful. I love it, and I do recommend it. This is a good flashlight. The only thing that I will say is the user interface. I think you could have possibly streamlined the user interface, because supposedly there's an SOS mode, which is the flashing, dit da 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 dit on it, and you get to it from here with the side switch, which is a little weird because you have the strobe button here, the smaller oval button on the handle here. And so like, okay, if I hold strobe, you do the strobe, there's your epilepsy bit that I told you about. Why not just like double click or triple click strobe to get to SOS? Why do I have to go through long press, short press, and all that stuff on the side switch to get to SOS when I could just go to it from the strobe, which is already a designated flasher button? So like, you know, you have the big round button is your constant light, and then you use the strobe button to go bop, 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 and then big button off. Press and hold that to go, you know, do your strobe. And why not just double click the strobe? Why do I have to like long press, short press all of this on the side button, which does not do it? I still haven't figured out how to get to SOS. I've tried everything on this. I've tried watching other YouTube videos. I cannot figure out how to get to SOS. Sorry, but that's just me. I do love that after a little while of the flashlight being off, the little light here glows green on the button. You can kind of see it's on there. Another thing I don't like is what you do to turn the flashlight on with the side button should be what you do to turn it off. Like I short press to turn it on, you see it's on. And if I try to short press to turn it off, it just goes through the modes. I have to long press to turn it off. And I feel like if you want it on, you click it on, and you long press to shift modes, and then short press to turn it off. That you do whatever you do to turn it on should be what you do to turn it off. Just saying. That's just me. Those are like the two things that I don't like, is the SOS and the switching through the functions with the side switch. Those are the only two things I have to complain about this. Everything else is fantastic. If there's something that I don't like, it's more just like user preference, not the product itself. But those are like the two things I don't like. That is so vastly overshadowed by how long the run times are. We have incredible run times on this. On low mode, we have like 18,000 minutes. Medium mode, 1,200. High mode, 230 minutes. Turbo, 1 minute at 135 times, because you can't stay on turbo for long or else it'll overheat. And turbo is usually a short-term thing anyway. You're not having turbo on all the time anyways. But this thing is delightful in how long the runtime is. The battery is easily rechargeable. Now let's get into some little knickknacks and features here. The tail cap unscrews right here. We have the big old 5,000 milliamp hour battery made by BRINYTE. Good solid ring here. We've got the O-rings here, and this box does come with replaceable O-rings. Very nice, very nice. Comes with a lanyard. Not bad. And then these two pieces here. Like I said, when I got the flashlight, this was wedged down to about here. And that's good, but it kind of, to me, was getting in the way a little bit. Personal preference. But here, we can put this ring on, and there's a little notch in the ring here that will lock over the pocket clip. And it is a bit of a bugger to get it past the O-ring. Maybe I ought to take that off. Something I never thought of. Take the O-ring off before you put the light on. And I broke the O-ring. That's my bad. I need to just take that off before I replace the rings. Note to self. Remove O-ring before replacing tail bits. But that's my mistake, not their mistake. I was careless. Just remove the O-rings. But we'll put that on. Put the O-ring on. I may leave this little tactical attack ring on the flashlight after the video, because I do find some use in that. Just being able to grip it loosely in the hand and not have to worry about dropping the flashlight and stuff. But let's see here. Let's pop that. Where would I want this? Now, what I don't like, let's just say this: if you're going to pocket carry your flashlight, perhaps have the notch that holds the clip, the pocket clip in place, 90 degrees so that that can dip down into your pocket if you're wanting to pocket carry this flashlight. You know, there's your pants, you can slide the pocket clip down, and then you can pull the flashlight, get your finger in, and go. You know, consider that. Because if I have it in line with the switch here, and just an aesthetic thing, like to tighten this all the way, the the line of flow is this way, and the button is a little bit off from that. I know it's hard to machine that properly to where it fits exactly facing the exact direction that you need, but that's just an aesthetic thing that bugs me. There's nothing wrong with the flashlight, like I said, but that's just an aesthetic thing. But here we have this great little grip ring, very loose, good to get your finger in. It's got a little bit of a puncher piece there for self-defense if you wanted to do that. But you know, you can grip the flashlight, and what I like is that you can kind of let go a little bit and not drop the flashlight, and you've still got the flashlight on hand if you need it. You could also maybe do that if you was trying to hold something down or something. I don't know. But great little ring, great little flashlight. I am loving how this has come out so far. And let's see if my little theory here works. I'm going to unscrew the cap. And can I remove the O-ring? It probably doesn't matter so much when I'm taking this stuff off. But putting it on, it kind of pinched down on me. I think I might just leave that piece off, but screw this back down. I'm getting rambly in these videos. I'm sorry about if I'm jumping all over the place here, but I love this flashlight. I really do. I think it's fantastic. I think it has a ton of potential. You know, this thing is super duper bright, super good run times. And while the sheath, in my opinion, is maybe a little bit bulky, could maybe be streamlined a little bit, it does have 2 pockets on the sides for spare batteries, or like in my case, I'd probably have like this pry bar on hand, or a pocket knife or something. But you can clip this over your belt without having to take your belt off. That's always nice. And this rotates. So now if you've got this on your belt, you can turn your flashlight on, turn that off to the side, and keep it on you, but be hands-free, but be able to see where you're going. Like if you're walking a trail at night, you know, have that kind of pointed down on your belt and hanging on the front there. Like, fantastic. I love that. This is wonderful. Great little pouch. Sturdy clip. Bit bulky perhaps, but you know, that's my preference, not product quality. And they're marketing this towards firefighters and policemen, and I think this is perfect for them, because you want that bright flashlight coming out really quick, and you know, just oomph right there. And then you can switch through the modes really easy with that tail switch bit. That's just delightful. I love this. Great flashlight. It is a bit pricey at about 120 bucks for like the whole package here, pouch and everything. I'll put a link to the product down below, their Amazon link at least. And BRINYTE, I hope you like this video. I got a bit rambly, talked a few things about your product that you maybe don't like to hear, but I feel like you need to know that. So, with all that said, I do recommend this flashlight as a product. This thing is wonderful. Do I recommend it as like a personal EDC flashlight that you'll have in your pocket? If you like something that big, go for it. But to me, it's a little big for that. They do sell smaller flashlights, though. They have one that's very similar to the Olight Baton 2, the E18, I think is what it's called. Great looking little flashlight. The P28 personally interests me. I love the looks and size of that. I would love to get my hands on one of those. But this thing, as a whole, is delightful. I love it. It's going to be in the car or by my bed. This thing is just so handy. I love having the little green light as a night light, or to be able to, as they say, to be able to find the flashlight in the dark and know where the button is. That's nice to know. You can lock out that button where you can use the tilt switch more readily. That's always great. And the light does change colors. Something I forgot to mention here. The light, when it's green, means that it is 70 to 100% charged. When it's orange, that's 30 to 70% charged. Red is 10 to 30% charged. Blinking red means you're under 10%. You need to get it charged ASAP. So that's a great little thing to have on hand, just to be able to know where you're at. Because some flashlights that have the light don't change colors, and it just goes to red all of the sudden. You didn't know that you was that close to red to begin with. So seeing it go from green to orange to red to blinking red is going to be nice. Great flashlight for home defense, car defense, travel, storms. You know, tornado hits your house or knocks your power out or something. You've got a great little light here. You've got if I press and hold, I have like a moonlight mode. That's always good to have. Boom, ow, kind of hot. But yeah, the PT16A 3000, there is an older model that you might be able to find still going around, the PT16, which is a 2000 lumen flashlight. This is an improvement of that, and I think it's worth it. So if you're interested in that flashlight, go click on the link below to go to their Amazon product page. That is I recommend this product. I think it's great. This thing, for what all you are getting here, the pouch, the tactical ring, the knickknacks, the spare O-rings, because you saw I was a dummy and I broke the one, so it's good to have the two, and now I know not to do that same mistake again. And I've got a spare to go. So that's great. I love this. So enough said. I've been rambling a lot here. We are at 17 minutes now. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Hope you find it useful and informational. Hope it helps you build your EDC to your standards. And until the next time, farewell, carry well, and a bye-bye.